Hey guys, how's it going? Stanley Hurdler here, and today we are going to get our first orbital launch here. I've got the vehicle on the pad here, and this is not the first launch of it. This is probably the fourth launch. I've had to do a lot of engine testing, engine failures during flight. Had to do small modifications to the vehicle due to other problems I did not foresee when I first built it. But after all that trial and error, we finally got a working one here, and here it is in launch. I'll probably speed this up for you guys because launches in real solar system take forever to get them up into orbit. So yeah, we'll fast forward this as we go through here. So got a little row program there. Let's see here. And then on our stage separation, let's see, we got a as you can see, we've got engine cutoff, and then it goes to the utilage thrusters, and then straight to the AJ-10 upper stage igniting, and then we'll deploy that fairing off right there. And as you can see, under in the payload section, we have 5 solid kick motors, and then a thrust plate with a decoupler to 1 solid kick motor to finally get that kick to its final orbit, because the launch vehicle itself was not enough with this config. And so I'll show you guys that right here. As we do a long, I think a 5-minute burn is the upper stage engine. I think it's about a 5-minute burn. And then see, that'll kick off, and then the solids will kick, and then that will stop, and this will kick off. And then voila, we're in orbit. And actually this launch performed way better than I thought it would. It got us a super high orbit. As you'll be able to tell right here how high we got this orbit. So you can see. And that was that launch, and then after that launch, I just let it orbit until the probe ran out of battery power. And then once it ran out of battery power, that was it. That was its lifespan, and it'll decay from orbit. If I had my orbital decay mod, I used to have an orbital decay mod, I think back in 1.1, but this is 1.2, and that mod has not been updated, so I'll probably just in time just destroy the satellite through the tracking station menu. But yeah, while that orbited, I gathered all the data I could with the experiments it did have, and now I'll show you guys the next launch, which happened a while later because it took me a while to get this next launch working. I'll show you guys what that is right now. As you can see here, we got a much bigger launch vehicle. This one, it's pretty much got the same payload, a little bit different payload, but this one is attempted to do a lunar flyby contract and a lunar impactor contract all in the same launch. So I had to build a much bigger launch vehicle to go that much farther. So as you see, I got two, the single stage on my first rocket, those are the side boosters on this, and then the core stage, I have a different core stage with a different sustainer engine. And then I got the same exact upper stage, and then I got 1 solid kick motor on the top. So that's what we're working with here, and I'll fast forward you guys to the main points of this launch. As you can see, the row program looking really nice into the sunset there. Let's see here. And as you can see, I had an engine failure in one booster, and the other booster was still going. So we did a few flips here before I managed to get that shut down, and then it straightens it back out, and then we separate those boosters. So that's one of the things about test flight. I've got a lot of flight data on those engines, but they can still have failures, and I should have put an action group up to where if one engine fails, the other one will shut down. I forgot to do that, and that was the consequence of that. I lost a lot of Delta V, but we still was able to make it in this mission. So there was booster separation, and on this one we separate the fairing after booster separation, and then that sustainer engine, the single core, runs for about 5 minutes before SEP, and then that SEP will be right here. It'll just be like the other other low Earth orbit launch vehicle here with the 4 ullage separation thrusters to the AJ-10, and we should have shut down any second. And I might use this vehicle for, I'm not sure what vehicle I'm going to use for my crew vehicle. I don't know if this one would have enough power to do my first crew vehicle. It might though, and if it does, I'll probably just use this launch vehicle right here. I'll have to update the upper stage though, probably. I'm not sure yet. As you can see, the separation went good, and then I changed my inclination a little bit to match with the moon's inclination. And then we will go until we get to a park in orbit. And then once we get to a park in orbit, we shut down. We plot our trajectory to the moon. And then we reignite that upper stage. Like so. Well, we have to get ullage back. We got to get fuel flow back to the engine. So what you'll see me do is activate my RCS thrusters like so, like that. And then that ignites that engine. And then we're back kicking our way to the moon. And then after we kick our way to the moon, we ignite the solid thruster to give us the final push. And then we will have spacecraft separation. Now the thing about this, with this launch vehicle, that solid kick motor is not accurate. I had a lot of trouble in the previous launches before I had a successful one. That solid kick motor, it doesn't burn with the correct delta V amount that it says it has left. It's just not reliable, and it's because that's the first solid kick motor you get on this progression, and it's just not reliable at all, I've noticed. So as you can see, I was not going to impact the moon, but that was really close, and I just took that because I'm going to get a lot of data from this flyby. So now I'm going to show you guys the flyby where I gathered a bunch of data, so I got a bunch of stuff I can unlock now for the next video. And in the next video, what we will probably do, I'm probably not going to show you guys a lunar impactor. I'm only going to show you guys the key missions throughout this play series. Because if I just showed you every single launch of every just normal satellite mission in low Earth orbit and every mission, satellite mission to the moon stuff, it'd just be boring. So I'm only wanting to show you guys the key missions. So my next mission will probably have our first crew vehicle in orbit. We'll probably do our first crew vehicle in orbit. And I probably won't show you guys... I'm not going to show you guys my lunar impactor missions because it's exactly what this mission's going to do, except it smacks into the surface and you get a beautiful explosion, which is awesome. But it's not going to be really much different. The launch vehicle is going to be the same, basically, except for my solid kick motor. I'll probably do something there, something more reliable and more accurate. And that's basically it. So it's pretty much going to be the same. So I'm going to skip that for you guys. So the next one will probably have a crew vehicle. And if I do a probe mission, it'll be like... maybe if I do a lunar landing probe mission, that would be good, because landing's obviously a lot harder. I'm not going to show you an orbital one, because that would be the exact same as this, except I'll just slow down and just achieve orbit. I'm not going to show you that, guys, that either. But maybe if I went to another planet like Venus or something, I would show you guys that, because going interplanetary on real solar system is really hard. Like, I've been playing real solar system for a long time, and it's still a challenge. The main challenge of it is that everything isn't on the same inclination. Like Kerbal, Duna, like all the planets except for what's it called? Dres, I believe, is on the same inclination as Kerbal, and that makes it so much easier. On real solar system, it's not like that at all. And if you mess up, it's going to take you about 3,000 meters per second. If you mess up on your launch, like just a few inclination off, it's going to cost you about 3,000 meters per second more, and that's going to cause your mission to fail. So it's a lot harder. And I'll show you guys that probably in the next video, so I will see you guys then. If you guys like this and you want to see more, like and subscribe as always. If you didn't like it, then leave it a dislike, and I will see you guys in the next one.